Thank you. So let's get started. In case you are listening to in the recording, there was very important announcement last time where it was said that don't try to miss upcoming session. There are chances where you would be getting experience or task to work in a group where you will have to use some tools. In case you have not shown up for this session, it means you are going to lose that. So, and it was also already mentioned that in case you lose that, then later you can't come and say that please accommodate me in some of the group. So this is the reiteration in case you are listening to the recording, everyone. So this is for those who are not yet available. So if that is clear, so let's get started for those who are attending this live. And also, in case you are not able to attend, you are listening to this in the recording for concept wise. So thank you so much for showing up, everyone. This is Sunday and still you showed up. So I appreciate that. And one very important thing, anyone here for the first time who is attending? If you have not attended it before? Okay, I take it as no. And guys, there are a couple of iPhones. Ronak, so Ronak, why don't you quickly unmute yourself and introduce yourself? Who are you, from where you are connecting, and if you have any work experience?
Hello, am I audible? Hello. Hello.
My mic has some disturbance. I'll be fixing that, but I'm able to listen to you. So go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. So my name is Ronak Dhruv. I'm connecting from Houston, Texas, and I do not have any experience in IT. I have been mostly in the field of hospitality management. So this is my first time. Now I'm trying to move my career to IT and into the business analyst, Scrum Master.
Awesome, Ronak. So welcome to Guru Schools. Ronak, do you have okay, but did you attend any of the recording? Did you listen to any of the recording
I
earlier?
did attend your live session yesterday, day before yesterday.
Okay,
And
that
yes,
was on different topic. That was just a complimentary. But yeah, when it comes to business analyst, so I would recommend last three session you could go through so that it will make you more easy and comfortable to go ahead into the session. Otherwise, after next three session, anyways, it is going to get started from the scratch.
yes, sir, you did mention it in the group chat. So I went through just one of the video which started. You requested to start it from 40 minutes. So
Yeah, that's right.
yes, so that one I went through today itself, but I haven't been able to go on through the other two videos you suggested.
Okay, no problem. So those will be helpful for you. So you can go through later before tomorrow's session. That will be important. So welcome one more time, Ronak, over here. Everyone can type in the chat window. Welcome, Ronak. And Ronak, what do you think? Why you are here? For what reason you have joined Guru Schools?
Of course, for the cracking it into the IT sector.
Yeah. Okay, cracking into the IT sector. So it means that you want to start working as a business analyst or Scrum Master, right?
Correct.
Yeah, why do I ask generally to everyone? Just as a reminder, because you are not here for the training. You are here for placement. Okay, so that should be your core intention. And one more time, I'm requesting all of you, guys, if you are iPhone, please rename yourself. Okay, I won't be able to call you as iPhone all the time. So please make sure you are here with your right name. So let's get started and let me share my screen where I'm sharing some codes with you, which is highly required to start getting placed, and the journey of 8 weeks. Whenever you are starting, you must not forget this. So let me know the moment you get to see my screen, please. So can you all see my screen now? Say yes if you can.
We
Not
can't
yet.
actually see in the screen. We can only see that he has started sharing, but it doesn't.
Yes,
Okay,
now we
yes,
can
now we
see.
can see.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for the confirmation. So yeah, so there are 6 code of honor. We are in this journey to follow. And the first one says that show up live based on, because this is full of agile. Agile is full of ceremonies that demands from future Scrum Master to be on time, remain punctual, and highly committed. And once you take this training as a project itself, and you start with this intent, there are very bright chances that you will replicate what you follow over here. Why? Because it is said that how you do anything is how you do everything. Second one is being the full stack student. So because you are starting this journey as a student for learning, so just be the full stack student. What does it mean? It means that you do all the assignments, you do self research, and you'll repeat what you learn. The third one is taking the full responsibility, because in this journey, whatever you will do, means still code of honor number 2, you will eventually attract uh, success. Okay, so take the full responsibility of success, and also take the full responsibility of the failure, if any. Why? Because it becomes the trail for the success. But in this journey, if it is you are here but day one, then remember to start or remember to finish what you start. So that is the third sub code in this code of honor. And the fourth one is to do so, it requires really concrete mindset. Means you have to have the intention of becoming the lifelong learner. To do so, you must have the positive mindset, go complaint free, and you will find yourself more complaint free. You are loaded with gratitude. And the fifth one is, in this journey you need to be the giver. So many of you join with a lot of experiences already. So for such people, when you are starting your journey to unlearn and relearn, then remember to keep your ego away on the path of learning. Why? Because that keeps you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. What do I mean by spiritually grounded? Means that your happiness level increases, complaint decreases, and thereby you find yourself more productive. And happiness is today's productivity in the corporate. So that's the reason keeping ego away on the path of growth is very, very important. And once you are already earning, remember that this is a journey, and in this journey, earning money is the fuel, and you want more of that. Whatever you want more of that, you must start giving away at least portion of that. And for that very reason, generally I ask people to have an intention of doing the charity. In case even if you are not earning and waiting that tomorrow I'll be start earning, then have this intention of doing the charity. It means that when you are placed, start giving away 5% or 10% of your income to the causes wherever you believe in. Could be donating to the temple, churches, or mosque, or orphanages, or old age home, or wherever you believe in. Why? Because when you give, you grow, and when you receive, you may survive. And I'm sure that you are not here for the survival purpose but for the growth. But don't just keep giving away for the sake of growth, but also start giving away uh, to inspire others in your community. And while you do so, appreciate what you do, what others do for you. And even something does not happen to you, continue to appreciate that, because what you appreciate appreciates you back. And this you are going to also apply wherever you are going to work. And to do so, remember, you need to increase your receptivity every single day. I want you to be the part of 30 days challenge, where you listen one audio program for next 30 days and continue to witness the changing the every single course of your life by mere by listening to this. Okay. And that audio program, you can ask me after the session if you have not already started using it. And second, because we are getting into deep learning, we need to follow a framework of golden quadrant of learning. It says that start any deep learning with the anchor, then learn, and then within 24 hours, draw whatever you have learned on a piece of paper, and then summarize it in a way that even 5 years old can understand. So we are taking a deep dive into the learning. So let's why not to start with the declaration with the anchor, and what we are going to declare, what is selected on your screen, you can see in your in front of you, that is in blue. Can you all see this text selected on the screen? Can you
Yes.
all, yeah?
Yes.
So let's get
Yes.
started with the declaration. How we are going to declare with the anchor. Anchor is nothing but it is going to be a self hi-fi or the clap. So start at the count of 3 after me. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick
What,
learner.
what others can learn and master,
What others can learn
Others can learn and master.
I too can do that.
I too can do that.
can do that.
One more time. On the count of 3, you are going to put the anchor, that is the self hi-fi or the clap with me. So 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. Because I'm an awesome learner,
Because I'm an awesome learner,
today's learning is going to be
today's learning is going to be
super duper easy to me.
super duper easy to me.
Yes, exactly. It is going to be, because you said so just now, you declared that and anchored that this is going to be then. And remember to show up every Sunday at 9:30 p.m. EST for technical session. Monday, you will be showing up back for the 9:30 p.m. EST or for the technical session. Tuesday for the RRP session that you need to repeat every single time it happens to improve your visibility, credibility, and marketability. Wednesday, do the assignment that is from the Sunday, and Thursday you will do the assignment from the Monday session, and also remember to repeat the RRP session. Friday, in case your assignment is pending, try to complete that. Saturday, you can choose to relax or do the research, repeat whatever you have missed, or complete the assignment it is due, and come back with the Q&A. That is, you can prepare your question and get its answer on Sunday. So this is how we are going to meet and follow. So do you all agree to follow these days and these codes? Everyone say yes if you are ready for this. Yeah? So,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you so much. So let's get started, everyone. Many people have recently joined. So let me see that. Okay. Anyone here who has joined just now is the first time, for the first time, anyone here? Okay. So yeah, I'll take it as a no. So Ronak, we have just taken your introduction and everyone is welcoming you in the chat. So let's get started. Where last time we, and one more time, again, this is the repetitive request. iPhone, you will have to rename yourself. Otherwise, we'll have to put you in the waiting room until you come back to, with your real name. Okay. So that is very, very important. So please rename yourself, because we won't be able to recognize whether you're part of it. So last time, who remember that? Where did we leave? What did you learn in the BA-SCRUM? What do you remember? What did you learn in the BA-SCRUM last time? Okay, so let me tell you. We started with the
Model diagram,
yes,
XML
yes.
diagram.
Absolutely right, Yakshi and Gayatri. So we were learning about the BA models, okay? And we had asked you about the flow chart, that how many of you know about the flow chart as a basic models, where does it contribute and all. So we looked at it. We talked about, activity diagram, and we also talked about mind map. Did we talk about mind map last time?
Yes,
No, like
Yeah.
we need to discuss more, but you just give the glimpse.
Okay, so okay, no problem. So I'll take it again. I think we had talked already. So let me share that. So see, the idea is I'm going to share that the purposes behind it. Okay. The purpose is behind it. Just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. Yeah. So wait a second. Yeah. So see what we are sharing here. What is the core purpose? Before that, you learn about there are various models, business models, business analysis model. And when you are collecting the requirement to simplify them, you may think what diagram I can put it into the document which you are going to present. So that is number one. So mind map is the one of the tool, like a this is activity diagram where you need to explain some role of some action or some activities that is happening or in the requirement that you lay down over here in the document. Okay. Mind map is another tool that you can create. So when you are collecting the requirement itself, you can collect in mind map form. Okay. So there are multiple use of this diagram where central idea will be there, and from the central idea there will be the multiple branches of that. In that multiple branches there would be the multiple sub branches. This is how you continue to expand that, how you want to utilize mind map. And there are the various ways and the various format of the mind map. One that you see just now when the session starts, I present that. And the another one, this type of mind map. So there are the various versions. You can choose what to use. Okay. The third one is generally product roadmap. Product roadmap is a simple layout where you need to show up the roadmap that how you are or you will be releasing any activity or you will be planning any activity. Like in this roadmap, it is shared that from for a 1 year plan, how there are different teams will be allocated for the different tasks. Okay, so it's a very simple square format or a rectangular format where you need to what they have done, they have put quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 and quarter 4 for the entire year. Team 1 will start working in the quarter 1 with the Salesforce integration. Salesforce is a name of a tool, and in that Salesforce will be getting integrated with some existing software or tool. So that's the core goal. While in the similar quarter 1 and quarter 2, how team 2 will be divided with the work, how team 3 will be working, how team 4 will be working, and how what team 5 will be working upon. So quarter 1 and quarter 2 is clear. Then again in quarter 3, which team will be contributing in what, that is laid out everywhere. So generally roadmap is designed in a with a slicer, with a slice of label where you are mentioning what activities is going on in a timeline. So mainly product roadmap is used to define a timeline, and on a what certain timeline, what is expected out of that. So this is the usage of the product roadmap and business analysis model, in case you feel like sharing that. Then comes another business analysis tool. By the way, any question around it? That this is a simple layout that I have explained, that how you can define any roadmap. Okay, where you are showcasing a timeline in a rectangular shape simply. And here for Salesforce integration and different team working over there, how they are contributing throughout the year, that plan is laid out. Any question? Very simple. I don't think it is so complicated. Okay, so another very simple thing is that this is very useful, and in business you generally find it. Okay, so this is called as SWOT analysis. What do we mean by SWOT analysis? So SWOT analysis means strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats you identify for decision making. Okay, so whenever you need to take a decision, what you will decide? You will decide what are the strengths of it, and you are going to list them down. Then you list down what are the weakness of this activity, decision, or this model. Or once you want to in fact you want to buy something, you can just go ahead and do some analysis and lay out there strength, weaknesses, and opportunities that will create, and threat if there any risk. List them down and again review that, and based on that you will be able to take a decision. Is that clear, everyone? It's a simple model where in one square you are mentioning the in the bullet point all the details of strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. The third one is very interesting. Again, why this is interesting? So I generally here I miss Prerna. Prerna is one of our co-trainer. She give a really wonderful example, and she takes time to in explaining that, even though it's easy. So she loves fish, I guess, and because of that, and she says she gives this example. So yeah, as you see, this is a fishbone diagram. So fishbone diagram is always in the shape of fish you will find. Okay, what is the use of fishbone diagram? Who can predict? Who can just give me the answer? What do you
Root
think?
cause analysis, maybe?
Exactly. You can see here, there is a root and there is cause. So ultimately, it helps you to identify the root cause of what? Problem. That's right. So what happens in any of the project, a project is going successful, you may find out a superficial level of problem, okay, but you need to go into the root cause so that you can fix that. So how do you do that? So you generally fishbone diagram is laid out in uh, fish fish skeletons structure. Okay, so can you all see that it's its shape itself is of fish? Do you all see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. So what exactly happens at the very first point? You need to define the problem. Okay, what exactly the problem is, and what kind of problem could be. Say, for example, you have rolled out one new feature at Amazon.com. Can you think of one feature that is not available at the Amazon.com? Anyone? I want to just see how creative thinker you are.
Unable to
Search.
check previous orders.
Unable to?
Check the previous orders.
We
Okay.
can.
We can do that. We can.
We
We can.
No,
we
he
can.
means to say superficially, What if
Ah.
you can't? Yeah.
Okay, what if you can? And this could be error also. Say, for example, this is the one of the error. For one particular user, she is so much surprised that she is not able to find her history of the order, right? This could be the issue. So earlier it was working, all of a sudden it is not working. Can it be possible?
Yes.
Yeah, sometime you might have find yourself in the panic. So what could be the use? So simple thing I'll be telling you, and this is the education problem. So but let's do it a real time check. So what is the problem? The user is unable to see its purchase history. Okay, so that is one thing. He is not able to see the purchase history. Why he is not able to see the purchase history? So what he will check? He will check the problem in the equipment. Equipment could be that, okay, someone says something. Yeah, that's okay, Varsha. So we are taking this as an example, and example of error found. Okay, this could be sudden error as well. So that's the reason we are taking it. So what happens? All of a sudden in Amazon.com, I'm not able to find my past history of the purchases. So what we do, I'll see in the equipment what is the problem, and equipment could be, is this problem in my gadget? Okay, why do you think that problem could be in the gadget? Gadget means phone, and phone, if I'm accessing Amazon.com, I'm not able to find that. So first I'll see, is this problem in my gadget? So how would I be sure whether this problem is with in my gadget or not?
Maybe installing the latest version, updating the
Yeah.
app.
So yeah.
Or even seeing on the another on your computer.
Brilliant. That's absolutely right.
Yes.
In fact, in the similar device, I will try to find it out. So if I find that if this problem is happening with all those same model, then it means that it has the compatibility with the latest version of the software with the latest gadget. Okay, latest gadget. So there could be the equipment problem. If this problem does not exist anymore over there, then we'll see in the process if we have any problem. Processes means that whatever the steps I am following, and using that, I used to go to the my purchase order history. Is it am I following it incorrectly? So you check for that. Again, you can check it on the mobile version, web version, or and all on different browsers and in different gadgets again. So is there any problem in the process? Again, if the problem is not in the process, then where it could be the problem. People problem is this already existed as an error, but people either at the development phase they did not check it, on testing phase they did not check it. So where is the problem? People missed this as an error to check. So in case people have also when checked it was working for them, so then is it problem in the material? Material means generally BA or develop user guide. Generally BA when develop user guide, they update where they talk about contents, and they miss to educate their user that exactly where they can find the purchase order. If the menu has been changed and it has been moved into some different sub menu, say for example it has been moved into some other places, and because you were working with your people and you updated them, and they simply went ahead and they checked it and everything was working, you only missed it to update into the user guide as a BA. So it means that it is not informed. There is no any any pop-up was given to the user that this menu has been recently changed in this version as a part of terms and condition. You missed to release that, say for example. So where could be the problem? In the material. In case the problem is not there, then is this in the environment means it was working everywhere, but it is not working in the live environment. So could it be the problem in the environment testing? So when we talk about environment, so there are multiple environment, and I would like to take this opportunity to quickly tell you how you can check for the various environments. So what exactly happens when developer works? Okay, so when developers work, so developer is working, individual developer is working, say for example in his terminal over here. Okay, just give me a second. He is working on individual terminal over here, say for example. Okay, and when he is working on his local machine, then this environment will be called as what?
Dev environment.
This will be local. Okay, local environment. Yeah, individual in individual developers work in the local environment, that will be the local environment. But when they have worked already in the local environment, what they will do, they will release this entire software, pieces of software on which they were working, so that it will become accessible to by all of the developers. Okay, by all of the developers, and during that time it will be called as, it will be
Development environment.
exactly, it will be called as development environment or developer environment. Excuse me. So this is your dev environment. So once dev environment you have worked upon already and satisfied, okay, so all can work on this, and this as a component can be released individual in individual capacity to those people who can take it for testing. So during that time, this environment will be called as what? Which environment?
Testing environment.
Sandbox.
Yes, this will be your test environment. Okay, so this is your test environment. But in the test environment, what exactly happens? Only simple testing is being done on component level. Okay, and there will be multiple layer of testing the software undergoes. Okay, and once testing is done, then there will be a time when customer has to also test along with you. Okay, and where you are integrating the entire system as a whole. Now you are not testing anymore in the smaller component, but you are integrating the entire system as a whole, and your customer is also testing, or the tester available at the customer end, or the business analyst available at customer end, they are also getting involved into this testing. And that time this testing is called as what?
User acceptance testing.
No. So where customer testers,
Integration testing.
this is SIT, this is the
SIT or integration testing.
system integration testing.
System
Okay.
integration.
All right. So now system integration testing is passed, say, for example, right? And now this is the time system integration has passed, and now the software has to be released. Okay. Software has to be released for customers to access. But before customer could access, user has to accept, okay, that this is ready for users to really ready to test it. So there, what exactly happens during that time? From your end, you who were the company who developed that, so few of the testers and business analysts will go to customer's place and want to see that whether it is working at customer's end or not. Guys, in case you are not contributing into the session, please go on mute. In case you are not contributing to the session, please go on mute. And those who are contributing, I want you to remain unmuted. Okay, so my question was that when customer is, what happens when the software is ready for the customer, you perform one more check at the customer location where you as a business analyst and few of the tester you take along with you and reach to customer's place, and at customer's place there will be few of the business user, and you test this software that whether customer can accept this software or not. You check over there for the acceptance. So this environment is called as what?
User acceptance testing.
That's right, UAT environment. But while it gets released for the UAT environment, don't forget that even if it will be released, even if it is released for a customer to directly use it, what exactly going to happen is that before you launch it in the live environment, okay, to which we call it as a also production environment. What? Yeah. So live environment means your Amazon.com, Twitter.com, Facebook.com, these will be called as production environment or live environment. Okay. So live environment, and what else it will be called as?
Production.
Yes.
Production environment.
Prod environment, production environment. But what if some error comes in only in production? Then what do? You must have one mirror environment.
Pre-prod.
Yes, absolutely. Mirror environment, to which we may call it as a pre-prod environment. Okay. Just before production, you can check in the exact mirror environment, to which we will call it as a pre-prod environment, where again it will be checked with the same almost similar user data if it is throwing some issue. Pre-prod environment. Okay. So yeah. So you will have the local dev test SIT UAT live environment, but before live environment, there is going to be pre-prod environment. So in all the environment, one thing is common, that it is going to get tested, that whether it is working in all this environment or not. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Any question around it about the environment?
Sorry, Gaurav sir. So this is when it's in the environment section, right? In the fishbone diagram.
Yeah, in the fishbone diagram, not only fishbone diagram, but in real time, when you work on any software, these are available environment. Okay, so as a
Okay.
business analyst, you should know that any software will have to undergo in these all environment where it will be tested.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so anything else? Anyone has any question?
Sir, I have a
Yes.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How often do we get to use this fishbone model?
That's a good question. So, see, not only fishbone diagram is available, there are, and fishbone diagram will be used for root cause analysis. So there are various methods to do the root cause analysis. So it's your will what you choose. This is one of the method to do the root
Okay.
cause analysis. But there is another method also, like to which we call it as a 5 why technique. In 5 why technique, you minimum at least are supposed to ask 5 times why after one problem, and you reach to the root cause. But there are in some instances you won't able to get the even in the 5 whys the exact answer. You will have to ask that during that time 7 whys. Okay, so minimum 5 why is recommended, and that is another method to identify the root cause. So root cause analysis, if something goes wrong, you take it or you design it for the analysis purpose. Is
So
it
which
clear?
one is used mostly?
It is nothing like that. It's all up to
Okay,
the
it could be
individual.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. What
Thank
you are comfortable with, so you can go
You,
ahead. Yeah,
sir,
go
can
ahead.
you repeat about UAT environment?
Okay, so UAT environment where when you have already worked with your company, what exactly is going to happen? You come back, all the testing has been performed. You pick few of the testers as along with yourself as a business analyst, sitting at the customer location, performing with their business unit as users as customers location, and test some pre-decided scenario in the UAT environment, whether they are working well or not, or they are really breaking. So such testing happens in the UAT environment, user acceptance testing, where the intention is that this time, once this test gets passed, it is ready for live. It is ready to go live. Okay. Is it clear?
So BA do the testing.
Yeah, BAs are also supposed to get involved into this testing.
Okay.
Okay, where there are certain set of scenarios would be there. You will check whether they are working with or not. They may not get involved into the extensive testing, but you are with the set of testers where you will be with them. You may help them to guide as well. Okay, you may not go extensively, but your presence is required over there. If needed, you can get involved into testing as well. Is it clear?
Yeah.
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 So, Varsha, you have any question?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm just trying to understand, as a Scrum Master or a business analyst, do we have to just know the pipeline about how the environment works, or do we have to, schedule about when the code migration is done from one environment to the other? Do we have anything to do with the scheduling, or we are just supposed to know the pipeline?
Yeah. So, in terms of scheduling, who will be responsible? Only product owner. You don't have to be responsible for scheduling. Yeah, but as a business analyst, tester, or be it any one person in a team, you should be knowing what all the environments are available as a business analyst, as a Scrum Master, because that is going to help you to take the decision in the different environment. Okay, so
Definitely.
as an IT professional, you must be aware what all the environment exists. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So any other question? Okay.
So,
No
sir,
question.
basically, sorry, sir.
Yeah.
So basically, we use this fishbone diagram like in the retrospective meeting, or like how does, like when you apply, how does where do you apply
So
this?
whenever you feel there is a problem, so problem is always when you are solving a bigger problem or solving a project. Okay, you will find that every time some problem continues to appear. Okay, that is the time you can take a help of fishbone diagram, and it is your will whether to use this or 5 why techniques. I'm just telling that this is one of the easy method to identify the root cause. Okay.
Okay.
So
Oh.
I'll give you more example over here. So when I was talking about user acceptance testing, sometimes this concept is not available all the time, where you are also testing and your customers are also testing. Customers, business users are also testing with some scenario. So they continue to identify some defect and they claim this is the defect. Okay. So there are two groups who says that this is defect and another group who says that this is not a defect. Okay. So you decide, you put your take how it is not a defect. As a business analyst, you should know that what they are calling it is not defect because they have not mentioned should be the part of requirement. Okay. So this is additional feature or something like that, to which they might be calling as a defect in itself. So are you ready to defend yourself? So these all things happen in a war room type of stuff, where two parties are in discussion, in a sometime heated discussion, and sometime you have to accept, okay, something is actually a defect. Okay, when you are accepting something is actually a defect, then you have to run through why this defect occurred. Was it not tested by your tester earlier? What was the problem? Why this defect was missed? So you should know every single thing. So from where the problem arisen, and generally you find it in such UAT discussion. And to get to know that, if you have idea of fishbone diagram, it will be quite easy to identify and to know from where this problem has occurred. So this will be more or less, I have seen getting used during UAT by business analysts. Okay. So they simply sit
Thank
with
you, sir.
tester and they do it. Yeah, you're welcome. So any other question? Hiteshi, what do you want me to repeat? Do you want
No,
me?
sir, I'm good.
You're good. Thank you so much. So this is done. This is the root cause analysis. So what exactly you find, whether it is in environment or in the management means there was something which has been communicated by PMO and C-suite, or it came to, your product owner, product manager, and it was removed as a it was removed, and because PMO decided that anymore we are not going to give customers this features, and because of that decision, it was directly removed by the developers. Project manager gave that instruction, hey, we need to remove that, and it was not communicated ever. Okay, so you identified for one problem, potential reason could be many, but what exactly happened, that you are checking in the fishbone diagram through root cause analysis. Is it clearer? More clearer? Say yes if it is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir.
thank you.
Yes,
So let's move towards the process flow diagram. So process flow diagram, where you talk about the processes. Okay. And remember, in whatever the diagram you have looked so far, there you found two things. One was how it starts, how it stops. Okay. So here in process flow diagram, everything starts with this oval shape. I don't know what shape it is, and stops with this shape again. Okay. But in process, for process node, this is the one of the design. Can you see the credit form is written over here? Another credit issued report is written over here. Credit criteria is written over here. These are depicting nothing but the processes. Okay. So these are the shape of the process flow diagram, where you start with the shape, end with the shape, and in between you continue to provide the input, and in between you need to take some decision, and for decision you will have the diamond box. So you need to know what is the input box, you need to know what is the decision box, you need to know what is the process box. So if you want, I can quickly explain this, what exactly it is, but I have a lot to explain. I don't want to spend little time in explaining one thing. So let me quickly present this into the presentation mode. Okay. So guys, is it
Sir-
okay if a little bit we can take some extra time? Is it okay? 5-10
Sure.
minutes? Yeah.
Yes, of
Sir,
course.
diamond is
Yes,
for
sir.
which one?
Yes.
Yeah, someone is asking some question. Ask again,
Sir,
please.
diamond shape is for which one?
Okay. So this is the diamond credit check. Can you see? Credit check, account receivable balance. This is for the taking a decision. These are the diamond boxes. Okay. Decision like I need to take a left turn or right turn. I need to say, should I say yes or no? These are the small decisions, right? So when such a
Yep.
decision is decision is appearing, that you are mentioning, okay, direction. Say for example, you are taking decision for the direction. You will mention direction in the decision box. If I need to go to left, some arrow will go towards this direction. If I need to go to right, some arrow will go in that direction. Again, if I go to the right, then I need to say yes or no. So yes and no, is it in the favor or I am not in the favor? So you may write question mark to the favor. Okay. And then if it is yes, you can go ahead, yes, up. And if it is no, you can go down in the no. And what will happen when you will take a decision with yes? What will happen when you will take this decision with no? You will be writing into the decision box. Is it more clearer to you? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So here you see that a customer is approaching to in a system. There is some sales is happening. Okay. So sales is happening and customer is trying to getting sold. Okay. So some item is going to be sold to the customer, and that sales has to be approved. Why sales will be approved? Because the customer has got the account into that store where some sales is happening. So how it happens, the entire flow is written over here. The sales call happens and then order gets generated, and its entry goes in the order, and then order form is issued. Okay. So when order form is issued, then again its approval has to happen. If approval has to happen and customer is with the company, so who will approve that order form? Management will approve the then in credit department, credit check will happen for the customer if some credit balance is there or not. Okay. So credit check happens. So if he has got bad credit, has always gotten loan, because of the bad credit, here you see the decision is being taken place, the sales will not be approved. And but on what basis this approval will happen? Based on certain credit criteria, and it will be again checked if credit criteria is known. And then what happens if credit check it is found the customer is okay, then check account receivable balance. Because even though the customer is with the good credit, if something is being taken, or something is balanced, or something customer has to pay, it will also be checked. Okay. If balance is high, again you will be asked to deposit the amount whatever is balance, and then again credit check will happen until if it is found okay. And if it is found okay, then again the credit terms will be calculated and credit will be issued. Okay. And credit is already issued, then terms will be approved, that it falls in the right direction, and then its sale will be approved with those customer. And this can be the part of in a garment store, this could be the part of some loyalty program. Okay, it could be the part of some loyalty program in hotels or somewhere. So this is a simple example where how the process will flow for any sales. Okay, so it could be for any example. If you want to show a process, say for example for reservation system, you can show that. Okay, you can use that. Any question around this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
ask me.
in management approval, why is it not in diamond? Why is it in rectangle? You said that decisions are in diamond. then
Mhm.
why approval is not in diamond?
Okay,
In the
so
management,
so approval is an input. Okay, so actually it is being checked based on his credit is good or bad. Okay, so approval has to be there. Approval, and it has to undergo the approval. So approval is bound to happen. Approval becomes the part of input. Okay, so there is not necessary that it is going to get approved based on what? His credit balance. Okay, so it will be checked whether it has the right credit, wrong credit, bad credit, good credit. So there are multiple decisions has to be taken when credit check is happening. Okay, approval will always happen when it becomes the part of some order form. Is it clear?
yes, it's an input, right?
It is
That's
input. That's the reason.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, any other question, guys? In case not, then quickly we'll have to grab something which is very important in this business analysis model for you. So I'm going to bring that for you. Just give me a second quickly. And those, again, if you're listening, if you're going to miss something today, you can't come back and you can say that, please accommodate me in some group, because today you might be becoming the part of some group. So you please remember this. So I'm going to share my screen one more time. Yeah. Okay. So as I say, no more writing of processes, but define it and depict through design. And this is how business analysis model is to depict through design for the processes. Okay. So one is called as visual modeling. Whatever you saw, actually you are seeing the visual modeling, and visual modeling is nothing but the graphical representation of object and system. With models, we can focus on subset of information and identity patterns in our requirement, idea, and business process. Anything which is appearing as a part of process that you are designing it through models. So whatever we saw so far is part of what? Part of what? And before
Visual.
start,
Visual
visual modeling
modeling.
or
Model.
the models. So what happens? There are some example, like you just now saw the process flow diagram. We will be also looking at ER diagram, business domain model, and UI wireframe right now. So let's get started with this workflow diagram. So this is a workflow design for one activity that happens in IT. Whenever one defect is reported in a software, how it goes for the fixing. Okay, so it has been tried to put into the workflow diagram. So simple flow says that a tester who is testing a software, he finds a defect. Okay, that is the input. So he will create a defect. He creates a defect and its status
Sir,
will, yeah.
I'm sorry. Sir, the bug which you said they find a bug. So the BA actually creates this kind of flow, or you just make it to make us understand?
No, so BA for testing, they don't make it. Okay. So this, what I have done, these are the testing flows. You want to know as a BA as well. You want to know as an IT professional or as team member that what all criteria one defect undergoes, what all journey a defect undergoes. Okay. So you should be aware of that. That's the reason I'm laying it out over here. But also you should know as a business analyst workflow diagram. So I combined both of them and presenting in front of you. Is it okay? Are you
Yes,
getting
sir.
that? So in this workflow diagram, you can put anything, any process. Okay. And thus you can design a workflow. So this workflow has been designed to let you know how a defect flow. Okay. So defect flow is that the moment tester tests a defect, he marks the status as new. Okay. And development manager, he checks, analyze on 3 criteria, whether it is a valid defect or not. Okay. So if not, it will be rejected. And if yes, he further analyze whether it is in the scope, whether the customer has asked or not asked. If it is not asked, if it is not in the scope, it will be deferred. Okay. But if it has been asked, it has been genuine and in the part of the scope, then again he will check whether it has been already reported by someone, then mark it as a duplicate and close it. In case not, then accept it. Okay. If it is already a new bug, then what he will do, he will assign this to a developer in his team and it will go from new to assign mode. Okay. Is it clear? It is not mentioned over here. Then developer will start working on it. The moment developer will take a charge on this, the status will go from new to assigned to in progress. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And the moment it will get fixed, it will be marked as a fixed. Okay. So new, assign, in progress, and fixed. And once it is fixed, again, it will go to the customer and customer, again, it will go to tester and tester will test it. And if it is tested, passed, he will mark it as a close. So what is going to happen? New, assign, in progress, fixed, and close. So this is going to be a flow for the valid defect. But at the end, what if it is not again passed? It will again found that there is still some slight error. Then it will be marked as a reopened. Marked as what, everyone?
Reopen.
Reopened. So either it will be closed at the end or reopened. Again, follow the same process of, fixing, in progress, and then again fixed, and again for tester to be tested. So this is your workflow diagram. Is it clear? Any question over here in the workflow diagram?
No.
No. So what else could be there? So another diagram.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, please, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as regard to the test, does it mean that we are going to tell the product owner to put it on tell the product owner about it?
A product owner, you are asking product owner to mention it as valid?
Yes, if we are going to put it back to give it to developer, we have to put it on our. Does it mean the Scrum Master is going to give it or to the developer directly?
No. Scrum Master is not involved over here. Scrum Master is vigilant. Okay. So Scrum Master is vigilant. He should know that these things should be followed. In case it is not being followed, if development manager, a defect has come to development manager and he has not checked and he has not assigned to the developer, Scrum Master will only say, hey, why the defects are not moving? Go ahead and do your work. So Scrum Master job is to just help to process to be smoother. Okay. Make sure that things are moving and ongoing. That's it. So he himself will not be assigning the defects and all. Out of courtesy, he might do once or twice is okay, but he will make sure that every individual is following their own job. So that's what Scrum Master would be there for. Okay. He does not have to do work on his himself. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. So here, we are talking about now Scrum Master things we have taken 2 weeks ago. So we have stopped the Scrum Master's job over there and we are focusing on business analyst job. Okay. One thing you might require to mention in an entity relationship diagram is more or less at high level is being developed, are generally developed by developers. Very rarely you will find business analysts are designing this ER diagram. It means that entity relationship diagram. It means you are accessing some data, okay, from somewhere. Say, for example, you are an owner of a garment store. Okay, someone comes to you and asks you, okay, I'm interested in a cloth. Then you will ask what kind of cloth. Then you may say, I'm looking for a trouser or a top or shirt or t-shirt or whatever it is. Okay. Then what as a owner you would do, you will check for the product. Okay. And that product will have its own identification and its own name, which you have said t-shirt or trouser or shirt or whatever. Again, it will check for the categories. He will ask you, okay, what category in the t-shirt should I present? It may say that, okay, the category should be, I'm looking in a round neck, or I'm looking for the free size, or I'm looking for the V-neck, or I'm looking for the collared t-shirt or something like that. He will check for the category also in his system, whether it is available or not. Again, he will check, he will ask you for your size. Okay, he will size, okay, in what size you're looking for. Okay, you may say whatever, small, XL, double XL, triple XL, or whatever. So he will check whether that product with the same product category in the size available or not. Now, if all the criteria meets, then he will check, okay, in what color you are looking for. Whatever the color you will see, he will enter in his system whether that color is available or not. The moment you give all the information, he click on the press button search. The moment he press the button search, he goes and it meets all the criteria, and it gives you the solution that in the rightmost corner on the third shelf, this is available, and he will give the order to the person who is serving over there. Go to the right corner on the extreme end and take this t-shirt, which is kept on in a row, fifth row, third column, and take this shirt and bring and give it to this customer. Okay, so these entire processes can be done using a software. And software, that time when you are giving the input, what it was doing, it is searching. Search input, search query, he was asking you question and you are giving the answer. When if no one is there to give the answer, then you need to ask the computer some question. How will you ask that computer some question? So any idea?
Query.
My SQL?
Yeah, by SQL, that's absolutely right. So it is called as structured query language, where you access the database and a simple manner, you ask for that, okay, can you select this third row or third column, or can you select the entire thing from this shelf? Shelf is nothing but it is a name of table. Red shelf is a name of a table, and whatever you ask, can you select the entire cupboard or entire say for example, can you select the entire shelf from the cupboard? Just I'm giving you example. So this type of question you are asking, can you bring, you are giving one direction or command to some person available in the store, can you bring the entire box available in the third shelf from the red cupboard? Okay, and he brings that. Likewise, you will ask to the computer, select name from the table, select say for example, select star from the table name. So it gives you all the names available in the name table. Or let's make it more easy, select a red t-shirt from the table name t-shirt. T-shirt. Okay, so in t-shirt, red, blue, green, everything is remaining available. And there will be another column, another table, its name will be say for example shirt, another will be the trouser, and it holds all the data. Now let's change it, move from the garment, now come for the in a system where admission process is going on. So in admission process, candidates name details will be there. In academic, there will be another table where candidates academic details will be there, his past history, his parents detail will be there. Will these be available? Are there possibility? Will there be such possibility? Yeah, such information of a student would be available and can be stored in a different table. And if you want to know something more about that student, how its past history has been, you can give such command. in the SQL. So SQL is not necessary that you need to know, but it is always good to have. And where you can easily learn SQL, for that, I believe there is something w3schools.com or org. Okay. You can go over here and you can search for SQL, and very easily they have taught you, SQL, and you can learn it over here. Okay, it is w3schools.com or w3schools.org. Okay, but how entities relationship diagram will be developed by developer, it may look like this. Is it clear? More clearer to you? ER diagram, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
But as a business analyst, you need to know one thing that is very important, and that is nothing but that is, say, for example, let me go really more down. And here you see some tools can you see at the bottom. Notes is written, comments is written. There are 4 dots, and then a slideshow icon is written. Likewise, when you'll go little up, and you will see some menu structure is given. Can you all see this here?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes, sir.
these kind of element you might require to create as a business analyst when you are mentioning any requirement in a document. Okay, and sometime if existing system you are enhancing, okay, that time you can simply cut this element. Okay, simply cut this element, and you can depict that in the document. Okay, it should look like this. For example, if you're not able to, you don't have any idea how it would look like, but you would be able to design it well, then you can attach the such cuts of the design. But you have not at all idea, then at least you can create a placeholder over there that the diagram will look like this. There will be a diagram, and you are attaching some placeholder in a document, in the requirement document. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How it will look like. So when you will put the placeholder, that will it will be called as different thing. When you will try to create a design by your own self, it will be called as something else. And when you will cut the available design from the previous system and attach it in the document, this design will be called as something different. What I'm talking about is this.
So is this, sir, is this done in PowerPoint, or which tool can be used to create
Okay.
these diagrams?
So it's all up to you. There are multiple tools. Okay, PowerPoint is there, Microsoft Word is there, Visio diagram is there, then Lucid chart is there. So this entire thing, you can go to lucidchart.com and you can practice there of creating. So go to where lucidchart.com. Okay, Lucid chart, that I'm giving you into the chat box. Lucidchart.com. And you can practice creating all this design. Manisha, you have some question?
Yes, sir. I wanted to know this entity relationship diagram. Is it done by business analyst or the database administrator?
I told in the very start. Okay, this won't
Yeah,
be design.
I kind of missed that because I couldn't hear that.
Okay, no
I know
problem.
you said something, but I couldn't hear that.
So it won't be always used by a business analyst. They generally don't create ER diagram. It is always created by developers, or of course your DBA or database administrator. Okay, so you people from the database, so they can do that. Okay, DBA is one of the role, everyone. So I was talking about this, okay, which is called as visual model UI wireframe. So there are 3 type of UI wireframe. One is low fidelity, another is medium fidelity, and the third one is the high fidelity. Okay, low fidelity, where you are just giving a placeholder. Okay, here there will be a button. But now if you are able to create the shape of button somehow, it will be called as medium fidelity. But exactly if you could showcase how the button will look like from some place, that will be called as high fidelity. Okay, when you're enhancing an existing software, and there you will see, okay, So there will be a font button. Okay, there will be font enhancement button, and that should look like this. Okay, that should look like this. Okay, I'm just capturing this in front of you and trying to show you. Okay, wait a second. Okay, wait a second. Where did it go? Yeah. So can you all see this on the screen? Yeah, I have just captured it. And yeah. So I
Yes.
captured this font size. So I'll be fixing this into the document. So I captured it from the existing system and developing some new system. There I'll show, okay, so it will look like this in the real-time system. Otherwise, if I am a creator, so I will go ahead and try to create it. Okay. I mean, if I can design something in Lucid Chart or Microsoft PowerPoint. So there are 3 types of such designs that can go on in a document. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's.
Does a UX designer do anything with this, or business analysts do this?
So initially, business analysts do in the UI UX means it has to go into the detail. So here we are not asking for the UX designer to create in the document. In the document, you have only 3 choices as a business analyst to make. Try to create a low fidelity diagram or medium fidelity diagram or high fidelity diagram. High fidelity simply will give you enablement to get it from the existing system. Medium fidelity, yeah, you can just try to create by your own if possible. Otherwise, you can take the help of if UI developer is there or UI UX designer is there. You can certainly take help from them, but it won't be required. Either you will give a placeholder or you will give the actual one. So I don't have right now how it can be, but I gave you how high fidelity will look like. Let me do it on the, say for example, at least what you can do is that in case you are talking about back button, okay, on a system which is going to get started, the moment you are going to explain what is the usage of black button, okay, back button. So at least you can do these activity, right? You can do these activity. At least these kind of design you can definitely create. Okay, you go ahead and you talk about okay, back. There will be a back button and you design a back button. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm trying to create a back button. So now you are trying to mention in the document how back button will look like. Okay. And you are talking about back button and you are just mentioning that how back button would look like. Okay. Can you at least create like this in the document? Yes or no? Can you create that? Yeah.
Yes.
So then you are able to depict in this mode in your document. This will become your what kind of prototype? What kind
Medium.
of yeah? It will be your yes. It will be medium fidelity because you are able to showcase that easily without getting into the real diagram. Okay, so this will be your real your middle fidelity, medium fidelity UI prototype diagram. And if you could cut it from somewhere and paste it there, it will be your high fidelity UI prototype. Then comes to the work breakdown structure. This work breakdown structure is quite important for business analysts to know. And why? Because there is a larger system and it has gone the multiple system. Say, for example, when we are talking about developing a website, website of Guru schools, it will have multiple system. It may have training, it may have development, it may have hiring, it may have administration, or it may have some, if they have some digital marketing agency, it may have that. So they will further go ahead and they will say, for example, digital marketing they have. So they will go ahead in digital marketing, where what kind of digital marketing they do. They do Facebook digital marketing, they do YouTube digital marketing, they do Google digital marketing, they do Twitter digital marketing. The Google digital marketing, what they do, they do digital marketing in Google AdSense, they do Google marketing and the email campaigning, through email campaigning. Apart from mail campaigning, they do YouTube ad, and then they do multiple ads are there. So you may go ahead and explain that. However, there is explanation of work breakdown structure is that generally work breakdown structure chart is used by multiple by product owner, or even by tester, even by developer, and even by business analyst. So here is the one example of given when retail website is getting created. It will have the project management, requirement gathering, design and analysis, site software development, testing and production, and every element will be further expanded. Like here, site software development is further expanded, that it will have the element of HTML design and creation, backend software, graphic and interface, content creation. Again, backend software has further expanded for database implementation, middleware development, security subsystem, catalog engine, and transaction processing. These you don't have to understand, because for understanding purpose, I gave you already example of Guru Sul's website, right? Did you listen to that? Yes. Where I was explaining the Google digital marketing and then Google and all.
Sir.
Yeah. So this is the another example. So work breakdown structure, a larger piece broken down into the smaller portion, and that you can showcase in the tree structure. This looks like that, and that is called as work breakdown structure. So this is what it is. What else you need to know? Leap towards visual thinking. Okay. Now, there is one thing which the world is running behind, is called as design thinking. We are not talking about design thinking. Here we are talking about, there is one method using that you can take a lead towards visual thinking. And this is one of the right method to design any processes. Okay. So what is visual thinking? Do you remember when I was explaining you this? What I was explaining? I was explaining you this. Okay. When I was explaining you this, I was explaining you and I was creating something. Did you remember?
Yes.
What do you see on the screen? Can you all see this?
Yes, sir.
Environment.
Yeah? Yes, environment. So I was thinking and I was explaining you something. Always your environment does not look like this. Okay. I was thinking and I was creating. I was creating this design out of thinking, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Okay.
Yeah.
When I was creating this design out of thinking. Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes.
It did not pre-exist. So likewise, while you are speaking and thinking something loud, and you are able to create a design out of that loud thinking, that is called as what? Visual thinking approach. Yeah. So that is called as visual thinking. However, as a business analyst, there are some documents and templates you need to know. Okay. In that, there is project vision document. Okay. Not necessary it will be created by you, but product owner may ask while creating this document to you. Okay. Can you come and help me? Okay. That is called as project vision document, because vision should be known first to the product owner. From whom? From customer. Are you with me so far? Yeah. Then
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
there is
Yes,
another
sir.
document which is called as requirement management plan. Okay. Where all the requirement is mentioned from in the requirement document, and you are going to describe the plan of that how you are going to manage that. But remember, I'm going to give you a very important thing which will make you feel more happy today. none of these documents are used, okay, and won't be used. However, I want you to know, okay, I want you to know all those existence of the document. The another one is the how to create user story. For many of you, you know that how to write a user story. User story is the smallest chunk of a larger requirement, right? But before you create the user story, you needed to create the use case. For use case, I had talked most of the time that where there will be some trigger criteria. I had given in the past some example that when you are going to withdraw some amount from the ATM machine, when it will be triggered. It will be triggered the moment you insert your the moment you click on the cash withdrawal button. Okay, because ATM gives you multiple facility. ATM may ask you to change the pin. ATM may ask you to deposit the cash. ATM may ask you to check the balance. ATM may ask you to withdraw the cash. ATM may ask you to transfer the fund, and multiple things today. Are you with me so far? Say yes if you are with me.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Yes.
here
Yes, sir.
I was just asking, thank you so much for answering. So here the use case for which I was talking about the cash withdrawal. So the moment you will press cash withdrawal, that moment this use case of cash withdrawal will trigger, and then you need to mention in the requirement document the entire process, or use case document the entire process of the this cash withdrawal approach. Okay, then comes business requirement document, BRD document. Actually, the entire business requirement will go into this business requirement document that you need to know about it. Then comes to the requirement traceability matrix, that is the RTM. Not necessary, but you may need to review them. Okay, so requirement traceability matrix, you should know that it exists, where tester may create this document where they will look from the requirement document, and in the requirement document, every requirement will have the identification, and in that identification, then requirement will be mentioned, and against that they will be creating the test condition or test scenario, and when for which test condition, test scenario has been taken from which requirement ID, everything will be mentioned. And what may happen, they may send you that document for review purpose. Okay, so that's the reason you need to know about this requirement traceability matrix. Means which requirement is available in which requirement document, that you should know. The requirement document can be two types. One is functional requirement, another is system requirement. Can you see here the third last bullet and second last bullet? Say yes if you can see that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
functional requirement is specification document, is also known as functional requirement specification. Okay, if sometime it is called as FRS or FRSD or sometime FSD. There is system requirement specification where all the technical requirement goes inside it. It is also known as system requirement document, and there happens a test case document. But again, it is okay to know how test case is written. You need not to exactly write it, but it may come to you again for the review purpose, so that you know what goes inside what document. All right. So let's take a deep dive, knowing that what will go inside it. Is it okay? Can we move further and know what will go inside what?
Yes. I have.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ask any question if you have.
Yeah. You said that these documents are not used right now. May I know the reason why? Is it because it's everyone is moved towards agile, or?
Okay, good question. See what happens in waterfall model, you used to have the bulky documents. I'm not saying these documents will not be used. I'm saying that this document has been transformed. It means that whatever you are mentioning over here, by the way, may I know who is asking this question and when did you join the class? Means in which week?
Gayatri, and I joined,
Okay.
I think, yeah,
You have
4 weeks. Yeah.
4 weeks. Okay, so
Yeah.
good. So by now you might have idea already, or you might not have idea. You remember there was a time we were creating user story, and some of
Yes.
you tried creating directly into Jira or something. Okay. So
Yes.
the
Yeah.
whole idea is that, and product owner, if your goal is to become a product owner, everything has to go inside a project management system or requirement management system or document management system or test management system in a actionable mode. Okay. In a way that everything is broken down in a smaller pieces and take a shape of a ticket. When I talk about a ticket, it means that all the larger document. So say, for example, if you have a multiple document, then you will have the smaller requirement ticket. Okay. You can write a requirement directly into the tools. Okay. Directly into the tools. So do you need to design a larger document, or you can write one requirement, one smaller piece of requirement in one ticket, which ID will be RQID1. Okay. So I mean to say that, let me do this thing, and I'm going to pause recording over here one more time. Okay. Where I'm taking you towards Jira. Okay. I'm taking you towards Jira. Let me see if I can do that for you or not. Where I don't know if the kind of Jira I have been given access to, there I can directly create a requirement or not. But in the most of the requirement management system, what exactly happened? You are given to design the requirement as well. Okay. So requirement gets generated from the epic. Epic is the larger goal. Okay. Epic is the bigger goal. So somehow I think, okay, I'll have to. Okay. So epic is the larger goal. It's a bigger goal. And that will be broken down into the user story, and user story will be further broken down into the features, sub features, or subtask or task. Task will be broken down into subtask, and subtask will be broken down into the activity or action item. With me so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how one bigger thing is broken down. So what I'm going to do is that trying to open Jira, and I'm sorry for those people who are not available over here. Okay. So this thing, which will be not going in the recording, you will be missing this out. And this is, okay, just give me a second, guys. Okay, I'm trying to access my Jira. Okay, I believe I have. I'm on the way to, yeah. Again, I'm explaining this for the second time, and I might not be able to share this again in the recording. So good that those people who are available over here, and you can able to see this, because the recording will be paused in a while. Okay. And I think I'm going very intense in this. So when, meanwhile, I'm talking about it, let me going to quickly tell you that, let me quickly tell you that this requirement document which you are going to create, yeah, there will, I was talking about. So when it comes to requirement document, you need to know what all it consists of. Okay, what all it consists of. So you need to know the elements of it. When I'm talking about some document, so what exactly happens? Okay, so let me quickly share my screen and pause the recording. So I'm going to pause the recording and show you what exactly goes inside Jira. Okay. So what you have asked, Hiteshi, that what is fixed version, and I'm explaining because I have just now come back from the explaining in the Jira, and in the fixed version is nothing but in what version of the software a defect is fixed, that it has to be mentioned over there. Okay, there you will find multiple legends, multiple drop down. Somewhere it would be mentioned that how work duration. Okay, it means that one epic or one user story will take, as per you, how long. to get fixed, even that has to be calculated in the Jira tickets. Okay, you will find multiple such drop down, and those are easy to understand. Okay, you can understand that. By the way, are you able to follow me? Are you able to understand what I am explaining right now? Okay, yes. Say yes,
Yes.
quickly. We needed to really cover a lot, and I think I fell back in explaining that. So yeah, we were talking about why documents have transformed into the smaller requirement. So what I would be doing today, I would be asking you to, and let me do this tomorrow, not in fact today. Okay, but today you should know about this. Okay.
I have a cool question if that's
Yeah, go ahead and ask the question.
so where can we find the documents examples so that we can study them? Is there like a website or
Document example, are you asking?
yes, please.
Okay, let me come there. I'm going to explain that. Okay. So
Okay, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, so first you understand this, what goes inside. Product owner when develop project vision document, he make sure that he talk about the introduction, what is what this document is all about. Then he will talk that in this project, who all would be the user and who all would be the stakeholders, and he will talk about what is the purpose of this product and what all the features they are expecting to be in this. Then what all are the requirement in a nutshell would be available, and what are the limitation of this project would be, and what all the quality documents would be required. He has to mention all those things will be created by product owner. But when it comes to this document, that requirement management plan. So in requirement management plan, it can be created by you as a business analyst, where you will talk about what is the purpose of this management plan. Okay. And who will be doing what activity, that will be the responsibility assignment that you will be mentioning that. Developer will do what, tester will do what, and business analyst will do what, A&D, analysis and design, tools and procedures to be used, what all tools will be there. Like Trello, Jira, or means people are working on that. Again, it is not extensively will be done by you. You need to have some information taken from product owner. You will be asking them, and here you will be mentioning the workflows and activities as per the requirement. Okay, is it clear? Guys, I'll have to quickly take a 2 minutes of break. Is it okay if we can quickly take a 2 minutes of break and meet back again? And that will be useful for you as well. Yeah?
Yes.
So see you in just 2 minutes. And I'm putting this recording at pause right now, and we'll continue to explain it, because I think that we were in the momentum, creating momentum. So see you in just 2 minutes. So give me 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm putting it on pause. Thank you. Consider that all of you are here, and thank you so much for allowing me to take a quick minute break. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone confirming yes into the chat that you are here. So I believe that none of you are going to miss this. Yeah, what I was explaining is this. Okay, thank you all. So yeah, this is the requirement management plan, workflow and activities that you are going to design. This is something change management. Okay, because requirement is not that from the scratch you can talk about. There are, as I say, that business analyst core job is to always focus on the changes and suggest the changes to bring more cash. Okay, so it may happen that customer or stakeholder may agree with your suggestion, and they may ask you for some changes, and you would require to work on that. Change itself in a way can be a part of requirement, and you can work on that. Okay, so that you mention everything in case any new changes coming, that will go under requirement management plan. Okay, so I'm not sure I want. Okay, tomorrow I'll try to do is that I will try to. Today I had shown you the Jira. Tomorrow I will try to show you Azure DevOps, that is the another tool. Okay, so that you should know. So earlier, before the requirement management plan, under requirement management plan and requirement document, when we used to talk about requirement document, you used to write use case as well. And in use case, who works on that use case? Like I was talking about ATM with cash withdrawal. Do you all remember I was talking about ATM cash withdrawal use case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So cash can be withdrawn by you. You are the actor. And if the ATM machine is in the bank, so it can be possible. Let's talk about cash withdrawal in the bank. So you request for the cash withdrawal, or say for a example, instead of cash withdrawal, talk about check balance. Okay. So in the bank, customer can check the balance, tailor can check the balance, cashier can check the balance, manager can check the balance, branch manager can check the balance, and assistant branch manager can check the balance. There could be more multiple people can do the same activity what you can do in the bank, right? With me so far? Say yes if you are.
Yes.
Okay. And you can further, you need to describe that. When actually trigger, it will trigger when the cash balance will be requested. Sorry, check balance will be requested. Say, for example, for checking balance, there is some kiosk is placed, some devices placed in the bank. You can go and press there by clicking on the check balance. Okay. And then it will follow, it will ask for a user ID, it will ask for, you know, some identification, password and all, and you can do that. Precondition is that only those person can check the balance who are the customer of the bank. This is the precondition. New customer cannot check the balance. Walk-in customer cannot check the balance, right? Normal flow, you press the check balance and then it fetches the information from the bank. Excuse me. Yeah, it checks, it connects with the bank and it fetches the information of yours and present you. Any exception you can think of that in what criteria check balance will not work. Exception is that if you have closed your account, that could be exception. It won't change, it won't show you the check balance. Special requirement, you can think of okay, check balance can be also multiple ways. So you special requirement, there are 4 ways to check the balance: through KIOSK, means through devices, or by walking in, or by asking the cash, or asking the tailor, or asking the branch manager, or asking the ABM, assistant branch manager. Assumption, you are assuming only existing customer is pressing the cash balance button. Okay. Notes and issues, any existing in the version 3.0, say for example, or 3.3 of the software, cash balance had the issue that it was always displaying the cash balance in the reversible order. Reversible order means if your cash balance is 1, 2, 3, 4, it used to show 4, 3, 2, 1. Just for example, is again hypothetical. Using the example so that you can understand. Are you with me so far? Now this issue has been resolved. Are you with me so far, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So these are the elements go under use case document. Okay. User story, you know how to write user story. BRD is the business requirement document that I had explained earlier. But now this is a very important thing that you need to know. Whatever the BRD and then use case and this requirement management plan and this project document, vision document and all. So these things what we are talking, so what exactly is going to happen is, now this question was asked by someone that okay, from where we will get the document. So let me quickly go back to the right place. Okay, so wait a second. Yeah. So what happened? Company works in a different way. Every company works in a different way. So when they work in a different manner, what exactly happens? They provide you some document. Okay, they provide you some document and they say you need to create this document in this format. Means company have their own format. Okay, why they have their own format? Because companies want to become the brand. They also come up with their own logo, their own branding in the document itself, and that's the reason when you become the part of any company, they want you to use those documents which are given by them. But tomorrow, if you are running your own business and in case you don't have any document, what you can do is that simply you can model any pre-existing document. When you are modeling any pre-existing document, so what do we mean by that? Modeling any pre-existing document? Any idea? What do we mean by modeling any pre-existing document? What do you say? Come on, answer me. Modeling a pre-existing document means what?
Trying to add to what you have on ground before.
Okay, anything?
Modifying the document that you already have?
No, not modifying exactly, but yeah, this is
Using
some
as a template?
using as a template. That's absolutely right. It means that you are not copying that, but you are taking help from some existing document. You are taking the help of the existing document and you are creating your own version. Okay, with me so far? It means you are not creating, but you are not creating a new document from the scratch, but you have taken the help from some existing document. With me so far? You have elaborated that, you have changed it as and when required. Okay, so is a kind of a copy, but not a copy. So you have simply modeled any pre-existing one. Okay, so what exactly you have done, and from where you can do this, from where you can model it? Tell me, how may you find any pre-existing document? Any idea? And this is very easy. It means anyone can find it in this way. What do you think?
The archive?
Company have already
Company will give, but tomorrow you are establishing your own company. How would you do that?
market research.
Market research, or a simple way is that reach out to Google. Okay, when you will Google it, you will find it. Okay, so in a nutshell, if I'll talk about okay, wait a second. In a nutshell, if I'll talk about, then what you can do is that, yeah, Google it for FRS document or FRD document, and you may find some existing one, and you can start utilizing them. And in a go, if whenever necessary, you can bring some changes wherever it is required. So simple way is that to identify your own version of the document, Google it and get it. Okay, let me quickly come and share my screen. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, BRD. So quickly, a BRD component would be like there will be summary of the business requirement document. What will be the objective of that? What is there in the scope? What is there or not? Now you elaborate the entire business requirement. Who will be the key stakeholder and project constraint, cost benefit analysis you would do, because that is again this input you will take from product owner for cost benefit analysis, and this is the optional part. Okay, I also mentioned the requirement traceability matrix. It will be designed by whom? By tester. Who will design this requirement traceability matrix? Everyone?
Tester.
Testers. And you should know what all the elements existing in any requirement traceability matrix: requirement ID, description, functional requirement, status, architecture, design document, technical specification, and that will sometime technical architect or solution architect will design that, software module and their test case number. You need to know that, and it will come to you for review. That time you can review that. Now, I want you to come prepared tomorrow. Tomorrow, you will be getting into the groups of multiple people, not more than 8 people, but yeah, I think eight will be suffice, or not even 8, minimum 6 or 7 group you will be getting into, where you will be working in a group where I'll be asking you to develop one functional requirement specification. And functional requirement specification will be part of BRD. BRD is a high-level document, okay? But FRS or FSD will be more detailed, okay? In more detail, you can talk about, the various version. You can download it from the Google. I want you to download it, where again, all the elements would be there, like who is writing this, what all the functions it is coming with, and what the flow of it, everything you will be including into the FRS document. Okay, like FRS, there will be a technical document to which we will call it as a TRD document. What do we call it as? Technical document?
BRD.
TRD. Okay, so technical document you don't have to worry about. You have to more worry about, and don't even worry about BRD and FRS. So what you will be creating, two things you will be creating, okay? So I'm not going to explain system requirement or TRD document. You need to just understand this is a technical document, will be created by solution architect or, technical architect he will be talking about. So when you will be developing any FRS document project, I'll be giving you tomorrow. What you have to do is that together in a team, you will work in team and you will do two things. Okay. First, you need to create, wait a second, I'm sharing my this thing, whiteboard again. Okay. You will be doing two things. Okay. One, you will prepare the document, okay? Prep document. Second, what you will be doing? Transferring that document into Jira, okay? Document into Jira, okay? One individual will work on one requirement. One individual, one requirement, okay? And fourth, assign one requirement to one person. Assign one requirement to one individual again. Okay, is this clear? This is 4 activities you will be doing. So are you going to develop any software? Of course not. As a future business analyst, your job is to update the requirement, enhance the requirement, gather the requirement, and put it into the system. So first you will put the entire requirement into the document, and then you transfer that into the Jira, and then you will assign individual for the review purpose. Is it clear? 3 to 4 steps. We are going to do it tomorrow. Is it clear? Yeah. So I'll be explaining more about it tomorrow only. Tomorrow, come prepared, where I'll be explaining the requirement and you are going to take a note of it. Again, we will not be going more in detail in explanation of the requirement. It will be so easy because you know that requirement already. Only the thing is that it will be coming from me in a different manner. Okay. I know today I was speaking a lot. I did not allow you to speak much because we have very less time, and in that less time we have to do a lot. Okay, and that's the very reason I was almost on a rant. Okay, all right. Any questions so far, guys?
Yeah, today's class it's been a little overwhelming, sir. So
I could feel that, Veena. So,
yeah.
Same thing for me, sir.
Yeah,
Even I felt like last few minutes, I think last 15-20 minutes, I couldn't follow anything.
Okay, no problem. So what we'll do, we will again take a run through where we will start by bringing more element in the next session tomorrow, so that it will be easy for you. And the second thing is that go ahead and listen to the recording whenever it will be shared in the group, and you will be able to follow that. I totally understand there are multiple documents, but the core idea you should take in your mind, and then you can have the sigh of the relief, is that everything has to be transformed into the Jira. Everything will be the smaller ticket. So you don't have to even worry about any document.
So one question on that, sir.
Yeah.
So do we have to download Jira or,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
absolutely clueless
No,
about that.
no problem, no problem. So what happens exactly, the moment you start from very day one, when Agile and Scrum is introduced, we talk about the introduction, okay, which is coming after, again, after 3-4 session, and all of you can repeat that if you want to. All the batches you can repeat that if you are listening even in the recording. So n number of time. So what happens? We talk about some tools over there. One of the tools are Jira. And during that time only we ask, okay, go ahead and explore this tool by your own self. Okay. And that time you get a little bit of idea, okay, what it does, what it does not do. So when it comes to Jira, and if you are listening for the first time, understand you don't need to download it. This is something nowadays available on the web, and this is a cloud-based application. What you need to do is that just every one of you go ahead and create an account in Jira, free account in Jira. It is not going to ask you any credit card information or something. So everyone must have one account, dummy account or a free account in Jira, because that tomorrow you are going to use, tomorrow or day after tomorrow you are going to use. Is it clear to everyone? Yeah.
Okay.
And when if time permits, like I showed you, demonstrated you what all you can do in Jira. Okay, so you go ahead and explore by your own self. I know a few of you had participated in last time where you were working in the requirement document, and one is very important thing is that at the end, your all the activities will be reviewed by me. I know that 50 of you are there, and it will take some time for me to revert you. But remember, your responsibility is to finish your job and just not to wait for any responses. Continue to do that, because ultimately your time will come, because I have to respond to 50 of you. Everyone will be doing some activities, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes,
you
sir.
all will be doing your own job, whatever is given to you, and don't wait for response. But the moment response come from me, continue to act upon that, because your job is to get place. I don't have to get place. So you will have to be on toes. With me so far, everyone? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any further question? If not, we have touched time and we have gone 30 minutes extra. And thank you so much for stretching today. I really appreciate that. So no question, then we can disperse. And I would love to know and read at the end, the one who said that it was overwhelmed. I had simplified for you. Don't worry, everything will take the form of ticket. Then you might have felt relaxed. I don't have to go through those documents. Did you feel relaxed, Veena, now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So I would like to review all of your comments. What do you feel like saying? Go back and just drop in the WhatsApp group. What did you feel about today's session? And thank you so much for being patient and listening with more attention. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everyone. Good night. And we'll talk to you soon again tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.